before, and I can't afford to cry. I got work in the morning, I got bills, I got family ties. You play with the piece of me. I try not to reason with, not trying to make it clear. Wonder why you even here. Don't you know I can't be caught up on no bullshit. I don't got the time. Don't care who you with or what you're doing. I'm doing it right. Self-care, self-love, selfish. Self-care, self-love, selfish. And I want you to know that I did try my best with you. I cut off all my hoes, that was just for you, and I don't got the time. I'm doing it right. Self-love, self-care, selfish, play great. Self-love, self-care, I'm selfish as fuck right now. Right now. 'Cause a nigga ain't gon' pay all these bills. They ain't about to fly me nowhere. I just don't got the time. 'Cause y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all niggas ain't shit, no. So I gotta put myself in the front. Know what I want and I gotta be fine by myself, alone with myself, and I'm taking my time. I'm doing this right. Self-love, self-care,
Father God, Mother God, protect us from trouble wherever we go. And keep evil far from us. I look to the divine source as our protector, the one who fights for us every day. Your love and faithfulness, along with your goodness and mercy, surround us daily. So I will not fear whatever might come against us. The battle belongs to you, and whatever we are up against can be taken down in one fell swoop by your mighty hand. Gratitude for your fiery wall of protection. So mote it be. Salute and welcome to Blended Healing. Today we're going to talk about portals. In today's digital age, the ideal of portals have become increasingly similar with the ways that we access information, entertainment, or even communities. Online portals aren't just websites. They are gateways to entirely new worlds of interaction, learning, and connection. Just hang with me. Just hang with me. I got a method to this. I'm painting a picture. So, say for instance, in the virtual worlds, you have gaming portals, which is a literal or figurative entryway that takes players into a new part of the game world or a multiplayer space. Okay? You have online platforms as portals. Social media sites and content sharing platforms are frequently called portals in everyday conversations. So, say for instance, YouTube is a portal to everything that you want to learn based upon the information and the entertainment and all of that. Jumping into a portal refers to diving into a specific game or online experience, especially one that's immersive and transformative. Okay? All right. A portal to new experiences. Social media is often considered a portal to connect with others and explore new ways of thinking. Blogs, websites, or any platform that provides access to a vast array of content can be described as a portal. So now that you got that, right? You heard all of that. In introspection, or in a motivational sense, portals have come to symbolize moments of change or opportunities for self-improvement, which could be transitions, breakthroughs, or spiritual awakenings. It's a shift in the perception or life phases. Say, for instance, opening a portal. This might refer to an opportunity for growth, a change in perspective, or even a personal breakthrough. Crossing the portal could be like stepping through the door or a portal is used to describe entering a new chapter in your life, particularly when someone is transitioning from one stage of growth to another. Stay with me. A portal moment is a powerful and a transformative event in somebody's life, often tied to a realization, a decision, or an epiphany. In spirituality or self-development, a portal often serves as a metaphor for deeper states of consciousness or heightened awareness. Some people speak of portals in relations to a portal to higher consciousness. See, it's all pointing to going from one set of your reality and transitioning over to something different. Portals. A portal to higher consciousness is a spiritual awakening or a realization that opens the mind to new insights. Say, for instance, you were in meditation and the experience that you felt was a portal to higher consciousness where everything just clicked. Entering a portal of healing, used when someone is on a path of recovery, healing, or personal transformation. Just like you felt when a portal of healing, like a whole new chapter opened up for you, taking you from one reality into a higher level of reality. The term portal is sometimes used informally to describe escaping from a stressful or difficult situation as a way to shift from one reality to another. Sometimes you would take a portal to peace, referring to the things that you do or the spaces that you're in that gives you a sense of calm or serenity. A portal to fantasy. You could describe something that's being done that allows people to escape into a fantasy world. Portals in social and interpersonal contexts are often used to describe a specific feeling, energy, or moments that either connect people or provide opportunities for deeper connection. When it comes to your personal energy and vibrations, portal vibes is a term that reflects the energy that someone gives off when they are in a highly charismatic, open, or transformative, transformative state. You opened a portal. This might be used when someone has said or done something impactful that sparks a deeper conversation or a connection. It's almost like when you shared that story, you opened a portal into your own experience. Now, I want to bring you this way. I don't know how many of you are fans of Marvel or what's the other one? I'm going to use Marvel. They always say that art, that some people have insight, and that the things that Marvel has done in regards to different entities that they use as their main source of character is something that's depicting some type of reality. It's believable. Here's another one. The Simpsons. The Simpsons is another transformative thing. They always are on the mark about what's about to happen. Portals. So some of those use sci-fi or fantasy. It's like stepping through a portal. A phrase often used to describe entering into something completely different, a different world, or experiencing a transformative event. Going into another world, otherworldly. I'm bringing you this way so you can see the difference and the similarities of what I'm about to talk about. I know it's long drawn, but I needed you to get the ideal of transformation, 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 going from one set, entering into another set. So, with that word being portal being slung around so much, it has evolved either on purpose or for purpose, if you understand what I'm saying. They have brought that word portal into a metaphor for a space of transformation. They call it escapism or a gateway to new realms. Portals are seen as powerful entry points into knowledge, creativity, higher consciousness, and or new worlds. In Black spirituality, the concept of portals takes on a profound and deeply rooted significance. It intersects with African spiritual practices, African diasporic traditions such as voodoo, Santeria, and Candomblé. I'm saying that wrong. I can't think right now. As well as contemporary spiritual movements within the Black community. Portals to us are not seen as only physical gateways, but as spiritual thresholds that connect the living with ancestors, spirits, and divine forces. Portals manifest and apply in Black spirituality. In many African spiritual traditions, ancestors are highly revered and seen as active participants in the lives of the living. Portals are symbolic or literal entryways through which individuals can connect with their ancestral spirits. These can take the form of sacred spaces, altars, specific rituals designed to call forth ancestral wisdom and guidance, going beyond the veil. The witching hour, they call it between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. is when the veil is the thinnest, so they say. But lately, it appears that the veil has been thin for a long time. But in the sake of argument, that's when the most activity is done. Sometimes you have sacred places as portals, physical places like ancestral shrines or sacred grounds or even landscapes, rivers, mountains are often considered portals where spiritual and material worlds are meeting. And these spaces are treated with reverence and are seen as places where one can receive divine messages or engage in ritual practices communicating with the ancestors' pulse. Astral travel. is another way of entering said portals. They always say when you astral travel, you don't stay long. Because if you stay long, chances are you have lost touch and you are in that in between world. It's almost like you need a tether back to reality to bring yourself back. Hold on to that thought. We're going to talk about it. There's also rituals, dances, chants, and prayers that are considered powerful ways to open portals to the spiritual world, allowing the living to connect with their ancestors and divine beings. You wanted to know where this came from. I'm telling you, in the African diaspora, the religions that came from that, such as Vodun or Santeria, practitioners often invoke spirits or orishas through drumming, dancing, and specific ceremonies created a sacred portal for communication and spiritual exchange. In Black spirituality, portals are also seen as gateways for personal, communal healing. There goes that word again, transformation and empowerment. This is a significant thing in healing from historic trauma, systemic oppression, or personal struggles. And these spiritual gateways are sometimes associated with healing rituals or practices that help individuals reconnect with their inner strength and spiritual roots. Many African American spiritual practices emphasize the power of ritual prayer and ancestor veneration to heal generational trauma, to open portals to healing, such as cleansing baths, spiritual baths, guided meditations, help people release negative energy and open themselves to positive transformation. Are you getting the picture now? Come with me. Portals are much bigger than you think they are. Much bigger than what you think they are. When it comes to that spiritual cleansing and protection, in African American folk traditions, cleansing rituals are believed to open portals to divine protection and blessings. Spiritual baths use sacred herbs and oils that are considered tools to spirituality to wash away negativity, creating a clean slate, receiving spiritual wisdom and growth. Divination plays a crucial role in many African and diasporic spiritual systems. Portals serve as pathways through which spiritual guidance and wisdom can be accessed, whether it's through reading signs, interpreting dreams, or consulting with spiritual mediums. Divination practices can open portals to unseen realms. Know what you're doing. This is something that you do not enter into lightly. Dreams are portals. In spiritual African spirituality, dreams are often seen as sacred portals to the spiritual world, where ancestors, spirits, deities communicate. Certain dreams are considered to be messages, prophecies, or warnings, and are seen as opportunities to receive guidance. Practices like Ifa, used in the Yoruba tradition, or throwing the bones, common in various African American and Afro Caribbean traditions, are seen as ways to open portals to divine insight. These practices allow practitioners to interpret spiritual messages from the unseen realm, serving as a conduit for spiritual guidance. Portals in Black spirituality also symbolize pathways to liberation, whether it was spiritual, social, or political. In that oppression, spiritual practices has also been used and viewed as portals for resistance, survival, and reclamation of power. Now I want to go to this. The role of spiritual leaders and healers. In Black spiritual traditions, spiritual leaders or healers often act as mediators between the physical and spiritual realms. These people are seen as being able to open or close portals to spiritual worlds, guiding individuals through transformative experiences, healing rituals, or divination. In traditions like root work or conjure, common in African American, known as root workers, they are believed to have the ability to open portals to spiritual realms, offering protection, guidance, and healing. They serve as their intermediaries between the physical and spiritual worlds, helping to navigate and interpret the messages that come through the portals they open. In some of these spiritual traditions, practitioners serve as mediums who are able to communicate with spirits, ancestors, or divine beings. And these mediums are thought to open portals through which messages from the other side can be received, offering guidance or healing to those that are seeking. The natural world is often seen as a powerful source of spiritual energy and spiritual traditions, and it's viewed as a portal to divine forces. Certain sacred spaces in nature, such as forests, rivers, mountains, are believed to be the house of spirits and deities. There's elemental portals: earth, water, fire, and air are viewed as spiritual conduits or portals through which divine power flows. This is nothing to play with. If you open up a portal and you don't know what you're doing, you run the risk of inviting things into your space. or transforming into places that are not familiar. And if you don't understand the depth of that and the severity of that, it's very, very, very sacred. And you really need to know what you're doing. Because as you open, you must close. But you also have to have the ability to remove things that are not of the spirit of the living God. Portals are nothing to play with. But in today's, the reason why I took you all the way around the rosemary bush is because they are making portals seem like it's an it thing, like it's a new thing. They're trying to make it mainstream. Think about it. Sit back into that thing just for a minute with me. The more mainstream they make it, right? The more chaos can ensue. It can unleash good and bad. So if we make it more accessible so that everybody can do it, then why not do that if that's the end game? I'm just saying. Think about that for a moment. Think about that. You see, portals in Black spirituality are multifaceted, representing not only connections to the divine, ancestors, and spiritual realms, but also pathways to healing, empowerment, resistance, and personal transformation. This is not a game. This is a way of life. Whether through you go through your ancestral rituals, divination practices, spiritual healing, or modern spiritual movements, portals are seen as sacred gateways that bridge the material, the physical, and spiritual worlds. Your spirit, your essence, your higher self, guiding individuals and communities towards liberation, healing, and spiritual growth. Portals become powerful symbols of the ongoing journey of reclaiming one's spiritual heritage and a connection to a greater divine source. Hmm. This is not to offend anybody. This is just knowledge that got dropped in my lap. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. And there's so many things that are going on in this world that we don't really know about. They are messing with stuff in this world with the CERN, trying to replicate the God particle, all kinds of stuff they do. I already truly believe that amongst us walk different breeds of otherworldly people. I truly believe that. And I think what they're doing is they're trying to replicate, trying to replicate. I believe that mm, there's good and bad in all of this. Nobody wants to stand in the way of anybody's healing. Nobody wants to stand in the way of somebody else's adventure. But you have to be really, really in tune with who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with, and use your discernment. If you look at the world, if you just take yourself out of yourself for one moment and just pretend or visualize yourself floating above the earth, looking down at all nations and looking at the way the world is going. They've been trying to tap into spirituality for a long time, trying to understand how people that have that God given gift to do all of these miraculous things. I personally think sometimes it's a setup, but that's neither here or there. Be very guarded. And if you don't understand, ask somebody that you trust for the answers or to direct you in the right way instead of trying to do it yourself. Sometimes you just unleash things that are not good energy. As we go through this transformative state of where we are today, most people are trying to find peace and understanding and how this thing works and connecting to our roots and stuff like that and exploring in different ways because there's so many different things that make us who we are today based upon history, the stars, ancient civilizations and the like. I'm just rambling. So, like I said, this isn't made to offend anybody or anything like that. This is just to bring awareness to this thing we call portals. We're all being transformed into other different places all the time. Whether you're a gamer, whether you're, you know, putting on those, what are those goggle things that transform you to a whole different place in the world. There's so many different portals. Hell, the portal between your signs. Whatever your sign is, you can just go directly opposite of your sign. And if you think of it as a sphere, and if your sign is on top, what is directly opposite of you? That's a portal. That's why you always have two different aspects of yourself. You feel me? But anyway, I've kept you long enough. There's so much to learn. There's so much to understand. Don't cut off yourself from learning. Learning is a lifetime thing, especially when it comes to serve the greater good. You have the power. Match it with your knowledge and your heart. And I think that you're going to be okay. Use your discernment. Okay? All right. I'm done. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.